All right, so someone asked me the other day on a YouTube short, I think it was, or rather, he commented saying, all leg training will boost testosterone no matter what you do. There's no need to go to failure. Do any leg training, it's all great for testosterone. So if you're watching this, obviously you want to boost testosterone, you want to train the right way. Training is very important, especially if you don't do much of it, especially if you've not been training for years and years on end. If you're relatively new, it'll make a big difference. But with his statement, he's partly correct, partly not correct, in the sense that if you're a brand new beginner, anything you do in the gym is going to have a positive impact, especially leg training. You can't really go wrong. As long as you don't get injured, any kind of leg training you do as a beginner is just going to have positive effects. As long as you don't get injured or massively overtrain or do something stupid. But there is a huge difference, even as a beginner, especially for advanced people or intermediates, between a leg extension, so on the machine, leg extensions that is RP5, so 5 reps left in the tank, right? So not very intense at all. There's a huge difference between that and then a heavy back squat, heavy-ish, that is taken to RP9, so only 1 rep shy of failure. Very intense. It's the intensity that really forces the muscle contractions, the muscles to break down, which ultimately leads to the testosterone release that you're after. It's the intensity, but not only that. If you let the intensity go too low, there's just no stimulus there, and especially as an intermediate and beyond, you're not going to get anything out of that. You might not gain any testosterone because of that session. You might start detraining if you keep doing this, and you get worse. So the intensity has to be a certain level. Not only this, but with a heavy back squat, you also are engaging far more muscles than the machine where you're sat there just doing leg extensions, hitting one muscle, which is your quadriceps. The back squat has a bunch of stabilizer muscles as well as your glutes, hamstrings to some extent, even potentially up here when you're holding the barbell in place. And free weights like that and the stabilizer muscles tend to have the edge over machine work. And if you combine that with intensity and the fact that it's hitting far more muscles, far bigger surface area of muscles being broken down, it's going to be a very, very different thing for your testosterone compared to just doing leg extensions. So key takeaway, intensity matters a lot. You want to be, as I keep saying, at least RPE 8, so 2 reps left in the tank. Otherwise, the sets aren't really worth doing. There's certain arguments for professional athletes where you just have like deload days or rest or active recovery. And that's fine if you're training 5-6 days a week. You might be on steroids, which I don't promote. I promote the natural stuff instead of TRT, testosterone replacement therapy. And you're professional and you do nothing but training, which is literally nobody in my audience. If you can train 50 hours a week because you don't have a job that takes 50 hours a week, you're in a different scenario, a different world, plus elite genetics, plus steroids. But for 99% of people watching this, normal people, when you go in the gym, you want to actually have some kind of stimulus, some kind of training effect. You want to break the muscles down, basically, and you need intensity for that, a certain amount. So RP 8 or more, and focus on those compound movements, man. Like, get lots of muscles broken down all at the same time. You're going to get a far bigger testosterone release. It's better for luteinizing hormone. It's better for potentially for DHT. There's tons of benefits for it, and that is how I promote training. If you want to get an actual program that includes all of this, Testosterone Tripling Training is linked below. Does it all for you, and it's a great program. It works. It's very, very similar to how I train. It includes upper body as well, of course. Like, obviously, I train upper body. Obviously, you want to train your upper body. Check the program out. If you've got any questions at all, comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.